and welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads have some good arms, and the team that gets the best outings are probably going to come out on top.
It's the moment these players have been waiting for. Game 1 of the Fall Classic is on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Boston Red Sox.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. A chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, I love watching Manny Machado do his thing. He's such a great talent, the kind of talent that can dominate a game, a perennial all-star, and win some awards. He's one of the best in the game today, and he's always fun to watch.
Chris Sale gets the call on the mound here at home for Game 1 of the World Series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Thanks, Matt. Chris Sale, you're talking about one of the premier pitchers in the game of baseball. Big fastball, 95 to 98 miles an hour. Wipe out slider. Great comparison. He's the closest thing we've seen to Randy Johnson. A nightmare against lefties. Three-pitch guy, fastball, slider, and a changeup that's getting better all the time. He is a definition of a true ace.
All right, let's take a quick look at how the Red Sox set up on D today. And let's focus our attention on Xander Bogaerts, shortstop, up the chute. One of the best in the business, one of the smoothest players in the game. We talk a lot about Robinson Cano and how he goes about his business at second base. The X-Man is no different at shortstop, and the bat plays too.
One. Misses for the second ball.
There's a good slider down and in at that back foot. That's a tough pitch to lay off as a hitter, and a great pitch as a pitcher. That's one of those, how could he not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full. Justin Turner is on deck. Good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game.
To me, when it's raining, the approach at the plate has to change a little bit, especially if you're a guy that can run a little bit. Put the ball in play any way possible, especially on the ground. Making plays in the rain becomes exponentially tougher to do when it's wet. So these offenses really need to limit the strikeouts.
And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with one away.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
Stepping into the box, Manny Machado. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Turner, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare. A guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Manny Machado is the second out of the opening frame.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
In now, number 13. A ball and 2 strikes. Count still at 1-2.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fastball. He barreled it up nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
1-2. Here it comes. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
That was a changeup, so there really wasn't any intent behind it. Looked to me like it just slipped out of his hand a little bit. That'll happen sometimes because of the grip of that straight changeup.
One that misses inside, and the count's run full now. 3-2. And set up behind the dish is Eric Summersgill, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summersgill's behind the dish because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
You know, that's one of the things I think.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Dodgers lead 1. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, you have to be really impressed with what J.D. Martinez does for this offense. He's one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. He's such a clutch hitter. I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
Clayton Kershaw is on the mound here on the road for Game 1 of the World Series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, Clayton Kershaw, he just breathes different air than everybody else. The best pitcher in the game of baseball. Good fastball, good changeup, good cutter, and a terrific curveball. When you think about the Cy Young Award, he's always in the mix. He's good, he's strong, he's left-handed, and he's quite simply one of the greatest pitchers of all time.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And let's focus our attention on second baseman Brian Dozier. We know what he can do from the offensive standpoint, light tower power, but he doesn't get enough credit for his defense, his ability to manipulate the bag and do all this while his hair never moves.
Now at the plate, Mookie Betts. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. So 1-1. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here he comes again, 1-2. Missed with a breaking ball.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
Hit out towards second. Dozier has it. And oh, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Three-two pitch. And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
None out, runners at first and second. On the ground, up the
Good
middle.
grammar and
On the back for one. On to first, and they get the double play.
Good pitch on the ground ball there. And
spelling are important. But if you want to write essays that inspire,
pretty smooth.
messages that forge brighter connections,
Durante casi 27 años, Homero, Marge, vida para el artista urbano Bansky, la secuencia dura aproximadamente 1 minuto.
Into the box now, Xander Bogaerts. Popped him up. Dozier ranging into shallow right, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Red Sox lead 1, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1. Hit in the air to center field. Bradley is there. Makes the play, 1 away. At the plate, Cody Bellinger. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here now the 2-2. Fouled away. The 2-2. Lifted down the line in left, and that will end up a foul ball. A swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second. And with 2 away here in game 1 of the World Series, let's give you a little refresher course at the roads these two teams took to get where they are tonight. Here's Brian Dozier now. He'll work on keeping this